You ever wake up one morning and realize your whole life's been a damn lie? Yeah, that was me a year ago. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was standing in the kitchen, pouring my usual black coffee, half awake, when my phone buzzed with a message that nearly made my heart stop. It was from my friend Dave. He sent me a screenshot of my wife's dating profile. At first I thought, nah, that can't be her. Maybe it's just someone who looks like her. But no, the bio literally said, looking for real romance. Someone to sweep me off my feet because my husband just doesn't make me feel loved anymore. My hands were shaking so bad I spilled coffee all over the floor. I remember just standing there, staring at the mess on the tiles, thinking, what the hell is happening to me? Look, I'm not perfect. I work long hours. I get tired. But every single thing I've ever done was to keep her happy. To make sure she had everything she wanted. And this is what I get? Her looking for romance with another man, while I'm out here breaking my back to keep our life together. That morning, when she came into the kitchen all sleepy-eyed, wearing the same old robe I bought her on our anniversary, she kissed me on the cheek and said, "Morning, babe." I wanted to scream right then and there. I wanted to ask her how she could stand in front of me and pretend everything was fine. But I didn't. I didn't say a damn word. I just looked at her, and in that moment, something inside me snapped. Because if she wanted romance from another man, fine. Let her have it. But I was done being her doormat. Done letting her disrespect me like that. I was going to show her what real love looks like, when you give it to someone who actually deserves it. That's when I made up my mind. I wasn't going to confront her. I wasn't going to beg her to stay. I was going to let her dig her own grave, while I walked away with my head held high. And what happened next? Let's just say, today, she sits alone, watching me romance my beautiful wife. The woman who gives me everything my ex never could. After that morning, everything felt different. I couldn't even look at her the same way anymore. Every time she spoke to me, her voice sounded fake. Every time she touched me, I felt cold inside. I spent the whole day at work just empty. My coworkers probably thought I was sick or something because I barely spoke. I just kept replaying that dating profile in my head, her wanting romance from another man. Saying I didn't make her feel loved. That cut deeper than any knife ever could. When I got home that evening, she was sitting on the couch, scrolling on her phone, smiling at something. God knows if it was some dude texting her. She looked up and asked if I wanted dinner. I said no. I went straight to the shower because honestly, I needed to think. Standing there under the hot water, I felt my chest tighten. I thought about the times I surprised her with flowers after a long shift. The nights I rubbed her feet when she was tired. The days I drove an hour out just to get her favorite cake. None of it mattered. She still wanted romance from someone else. I felt so damn angry. Angry at her for doing this, but also angry at myself for not seeing it coming. Was I really that blind? Or did I just want to believe she was better than this? That night, while she was asleep next to me, breathing softly like nothing was wrong, I made a plan. I knew I couldn't just expose her right away. No. That's what she'd expect. She'd play the victim, cry to her friends, twist the story like all cheaters do. So I decided to act normal. Completely normal. For the next few days I woke up, made her coffee, kissed her goodbye before leaving for work. At night, I'd watch Netflix with her on the couch, laugh at her dumb reality shows, ask her how her day was. Inside I was dying, but on the outside, I was the same old loving husband. Because if she was going to betray me like that, I was going to betray her expectations too. And one evening, as I scrolled through her laptop while she was in the shower, I found something that changed everything. Something that didn't just confirm her cheating, but revealed a secret I never saw coming. So there I was, sitting on the edge of the bed with her laptop on my knees. She was still in the shower humming to herself, probably thinking life was perfect. I opened up her email, thinking I'd just find some flirty messages with random dudes. But what I found, it wasn't just cheating. It was betrayal on a whole different level. There was an email thread with a realtor. At first, I thought, what the hell is she doing talking to a realtor? Then I scrolled up and read everything. My heart was pounding so loud I thought it would explode in my chest. Turns out, for the past 2 months, she'd been working with this realtor to secretly buy an apartment. Not for us, but for her and him. Yeah. The other guy. The emails were filled with her gushing about how excited she was to start her new chapter with him. How she was tired of living with someone who didn't make her feel alive anymore. How she couldn't wait to decorate their new place together and finally wake up feeling loved every single day. I swear to God, reading those words, it felt like someone poured acid down my throat. I felt sick. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely scroll down. And then I saw something that made everything spin. She was planning to leave me right after our anniversary next month. The same anniversary I'd been secretly saving up for to take her to Hawaii, her dream vacation. She even wrote in one of her emails, "I'll wait till after the Hawaii trip. Might as well enjoy it before I move out." That was it. That was the moment the pain turned into pure, cold rage. She was planning to use me. To take the trip I'd been breaking my back to afford, smile in my face, sleep in my arms, take photos with me like nothing was wrong, and then leave me the second we got home. I felt my eyes burn with tears, but I wiped them away. Right then and there, I knew what I had to do. She thought she was playing me, but she had no idea who she was messing with. I closed the laptop and put it back exactly how I found it. She walked out of the shower, wrapped in a towel, smiling at me like she wasn't destroying my entire world behind my back. I smiled right back at her. Because in that moment, I made a promise to myself. If she wanted to see what real betrayal felt like, I was going to show her. After that night, I couldn't sleep. I just lay there in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to her soft breathing next to me. My mind was racing with thoughts of revenge. I wasn't going to scream or cry or beg her to stay. No. She wanted to see what real betrayal felt like, and I was going to make sure she never forgot it. The next morning, I woke up before her, made her coffee like I always did, and kissed her forehead before leaving for work. But instead of going straight to the office, I drove to the bank. For months, I'd been saving every spare dollar I could for that Hawaii trip. I had almost $15,000 sitting in that account. Money I worked weekends for. Money I skipped meals for. Money I sacrificed my sleep, my health, my peace of mind for, just to see her happy. And she was planning to take that trip, enjoy it, smile in selfies with me, and then leave me right after. Not anymore. I closed that savings account. Transferred every last dollar to my personal account. Then I called the travel agent and canceled the bookings. Lost a bit on cancellation fees, but I didn't care. Because she wasn't getting her dream vacation from me. Not after what she did. After that, I went to a divorce lawyer. Told him everything. Showed him the emails I'd found. He told me to stay calm, act normal, and gather as much evidence as possible. So for the next few days, I played my role like an actor winning an Oscar. Smiling, joking, making dinner with her, even cuddling her at night. All while forwarding every email, every text, every dating profile screenshot to my lawyer. I also started packing my important stuff, my documents, my childhood photos, my late mom's jewelry that she left for me. I kept it all hidden in my car trunk so she wouldn't notice anything missing. Then, on the Friday before our anniversary, I woke up early, got dressed for work, and kissed her cheek one last time. She was half asleep and mumbled, "Love you, babe." I whispered back, "Love you too." But in my head, I was done. Instead of going to work, I went straight to my lawyer's office and filed the divorce papers. Had them delivered to her that afternoon, while she was home alone, probably planning her little romantic getaway with him. I didn't call her. I didn't answer her frantic texts or calls. I just stayed silent and watched her world crumble from a distance. Because for once, I wasn't the one left broken. She showed up at my door 2 days later. I was sitting on the porch with a cup of coffee, just watching the sun come up like I always did on my days off. My phone had been blowing up with her calls and texts ever since she got the divorce papers, but I didn't answer a single one. When I saw her car pull into the driveway, my chest tightened for a second. Not because I missed her, but because I was about to finally end this chapter of my life for good. She ran up to me, tears streaming down her face. Her hair was a mess, like she hadn't slept. She dropped to her knees right there on the porch and grabbed my hands. "Please, please, baby, don't do this," she cried. "I don't know what you saw or what you think you know, but it's not what it looks like." I just looked at her. For a moment, I felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just emptiness. Because I realized she wasn't crying because she lost me. She was crying because she lost the life I gave her. The comfort. The security. The love she never even appreciated. She kept sobbing, begging me to talk to her, promising me it was all a mistake. That she didn't really love him. That she was just lonely. That it was my fault for being too busy. That last part, that's what snapped me out of it. My fault? After everything I did to keep her happy? I pulled my hands away from her grip and stood up. She grabbed my leg, crying even harder. "Please, please don't leave me," she whispered. I looked down at her, and for the first time in years, I felt strong. "You already left me a long time ago," I said softly. "You just didn't have the guts to tell me." She shook her head, trying to stand up and hug me, but I stepped back. "It's over," I said. "I hope you find the romance you're looking for. Just know, it'll never feel the same as the love I gave you." I walked back into the house and closed the door behind me, leaving her standing there sobbing on the porch. For weeks after, she kept trying